Welcome back. It's time for sports. Athletes are often seen as role models. Most of the time, that's for their actions on the court. But every so often, we can learn from the way they handle themselves off the court. This next athlete has shown tremendous courage, fight, and determination in one of the biggest battles of her life. Here's Casey Conlon with story number 5.
Watch Marissa Van Atta play basketball and you'll learn one thing very quickly. You'd rather be with her than against her.
She's got a nose for the ball. She's a tremendous offensive rebounder.
Everything, a rebound, a 50-50 ball.
Like you just don't see it coming.
She did it to Rocky as a freshman at MSUB.
We had a chance to sweep MSUB. We're up 5 after half, and next thing you know, she rips off 8 straight points and we're down.
So Rocky jumped at the chance to sign Van Atta this summer for her senior season.
That's what we needed, that person that got those 50-50 balls, the rebounds, everything, the loose ball. I mean, she was up and down the court. We were huffing and puffing after her.
Which is why no one saw it coming.
When I found out, it didn't click. The doctor came in at like 5:30 in the morning, told us I had leukemia, and he said, "You're gonna start treatment and we're sending you to Denver now."
A radiant, seemingly healthy 22-year-old college athlete was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia on September 22nd. In a sense, the diagnosis came out of nowhere, but Van Atta has dealt with issues for years.
I went into the doctor countless times for upper respiratory issues, and I actually didn't recover going into my junior season. I played pretty much the whole season with pneumonia, which was really difficult. But I loved basketball too much, and I can't sit the bench.
Finally, in March, doctors gave it a name: overtraining syndrome.
It was almost a relief that I wasn't going crazy, because there was a part of me that was like, am I just making these up? Am I being a wuss?
And everyone was relieved to hear what it wasn't.
They originally thought cancer back then, because I was sleeping for 2 days straight. I missed an early morning practice one day because I didn't wake up through my alarm. So she did all the blood work. When I called Coach Keller, I was feeling awesome.
The one thing that Marissa has done a very nice job of is communicating with our staff. I don't know if she talked to you about the bruising and stuff, but that was a concern of ours.
The bruising, I would wake up and I'd have new bruises. I was like, okay, we haven't been doing contact. I don't know where this is coming from.
Marissa's blood platelets plummeted, and a rare gene mutation made matters worse. Chemotherapy was the beginning of a very long month.
I'm always one to be moving, doing something, whether it's going to basketball practice, school. So for me to have to be limited to a floor, it was very difficult. And so pretty much I got up, I ate, I walked around, did a little workout, eat, sleep, work out, and repeat.
The worst part was the only thing she could think about from 500 miles away.
I feel like I came here to play basketball and then I got cancer. And it's like, that's just not one thing you do. And if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. I don't like letting people down.
While going through the biggest battle of her life, Van Atta actually felt guilty for not being at practice.
That's just who she is, and that's why we go out every day and play for her.
So much bigger than us in Rocky Bat. This is about her fight right now.
She should not feel guilty about anything because she busted her butt. For her to be out here, running these lines, beating everyone down the court, with cancer, I mean, you don't know what tough is until you're in her shoes.
Exhibit A. Exactly a month after receiving the leukemia diagnosis, on her second day back in Billings, Van Atta was in Rocky's gym shooting free throws. And how do you think she did?
I'm not gonna brag, but I made the first one and I shot 80%.
Not bad for someone who could barely see the basket.
When I was sick, because my platelets were low, either I coughed or I sneezed, and I ended up getting bleeding in my eyes. And so it sounds worse than it is.
Just one more in a long line of setbacks. Marissa's fight is far from over. Soon she'll head to Seattle for the big one, a bone marrow transplant, which means at least 3 more months away from home. She said she is scared. but she'll never let cancer know that.
I just have to have faith in myself and just faith in general that's gonna be okay. Everything that I've been going through, I've been through a lot of tough things in my life, and I just kind of that's all you gotta do. And the scaredness, you can't have it because that's negativity. When you walk onto the basketball court, if you're scared of your opponent, that's the death.
This is the latest opponent expecting to get the best of Marissa Van Atta. Ask everyone else how that goes.
Now, unfortunately, the battle remains ongoing. Marissa continues to undergo chemo treatments, and as of the last update, has yet to find a bone marrow match. Like you saw in that piece, she's keeping her head up, recently trying her hand at cross-country skiing in Red Lodge.